And a good evening, you ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to McLean Broadcast Network for part two of this boys soccer doubleheader between your McLean Highlanders and the South Lake Seahawks. On McLean Broadcast Network, you listened to me, Matthew Zwerb. I will be bringing you this one. Omar, the play-by-play man in the JV game, as we saw a 0-0 draw between the Highlanders and South Lake Seahawks. Should be a fun one coming up tonight as the sun sets to our left. Beautiful day for soccer. Temperatures in the 70s, low 70s, going down to the high 60s tonight as both teams warming up. South Lake's coming into this one with a record of 5 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws. And in fact, in their last game, they lost 1-0 to TJ. So they will be looking to get back to their winning ways. For the Highlanders, although they're a draw from in the JV game, currently, according to schedule, McLean has 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Their last loss coming at Stonebridge against the Bulldogs. So a battle of Highlanders and Seahawks tonight. Here at a beautiful stadium here in McLean that produced some magic during football season with a blocked field goal and something that no Disney writer could make up. And we're back here tonight for kicking off our spring sports season. We'll be sure to bring you many more soccer games, both boys and girls. As soon we will mute our mics for the starting lineup and national anthem, and then get you back to the game for the Highlanders and South Lake Seahawks. They're both coming off of losses, so it'll be important for both teams to get off the good starts. If we go through the team colors, South Lakes, they are in blue, both short socks and shirt with white outlining and white lettering. McLean in white shirts, shorts, and socks with red lettering. Although South Lakes, they have names, I do believe, on the back of their jerseys. McLean does not. They just go with the numbers. Partly cloudy with the sun setting. Lights are on here at McLean High School. Tennis match going off. Going to our right, McLean versus Langley. Shout out to them. This game should be a good one between two good teams looking to get back in the winning column. We will mute our mics and we'll be back with you. You're listening to McLean Broadcast Network. And welcome back to McLean Broadcast Network. Matthew's Word with you for this one as the Highlanders take on the Seahawks of South Lakes. The earlier JV game saw a no-no draw. McLean and South Lakes looking to avoid that. Although in varsity, there is extra time if needed, but games can still end in a draw. Hopefully, we will see a couple goals and some good action between both squads. Both teams looking to get out to an early start as South Lakes don't take the field. McLean talking things over in the huddle. Ready to take the field are the Highlanders, and Highlanders here and trying to get the South Lakes. They will start off with possession at center field. McLean has yet to take the, as now the Highlanders do take the field to the applause of the crowd. Here on a beautiful night for soccer, as 40 minutes show up on the clock. We'll play 80 total. The clock will count down. South Lakes, they are going from left to right. McLean going from right to left. It's Friday Night Lights, and it's now on the McLean Broadcast Network. And we are underway. South Lakes immediately trying to go long along the near side out of bounds. Number 10 throwing it in for the Highlanders. Number 2 trying to push outfield. It's deflected off the South Lakes player, played over to the far side, and now played back towards near field and shuffled high, headed down. McLean, though, retains possession. Ball deflected into the stands. Second throw in Highlanders. Number 12, Stencil. That's deflected. He'll have to do it all over again from basically the same position here on the near side. And that ball is deflected off the McLean player on the near side. And number 2, James Bradley, South Lakes throw-in. Out towards midfield, but along the near side and deflected out. That'll be a McLean throw-in. Just both teams probing the near touch lines in this early going. South Lakes with possession. Ball batted up in the air. Swung back towards midfield. McLean with a low touch, trying to make things work along the near touch line. Number 10 trying to burst his way towards the center of the field. In between the football hash marks. Let's take away, though. South Lakes trying to move up is number 11. Number 2 for the Highlanders, though, gets possession back near touch line. And number 8 going down for South Lakes. And the first free kick of the night awarded to the South Lakes Seahawks. 37-38 gone in the first, to remain in the first half. Ball deflected out of bounds off McLean player number 11 throw-in. But instead, it's actually number 17 coming to throw it in. Jared Brewer throw it in for South Lakes. He'll back up all the way onto a track and a running start. He's going to throw it into the box, deflected on the header and just wide to the right, and that was almost the first goal of the game. Good job getting the header to it once the South Lakes forward and nearly cost McLean. First shot of the game as well for both sides, regardless. Number 10 working with it, going along the center of the field, plays it far side, inside McLean's offense. Stolen away though by South Lakes. They're trying to move up across the with numbers. They'll play it off to the right side, deflected between a couple McLean defenders. And now number 12's bad out of bounds, but deflected off of the South Lakes player, and it'll be McLean possession. Number 12 for the Highlanders throwing that Stencil. Jack Stencil. Turnover by the Seahawks. Moving ahead. And so far in this game, it's been a lot of South Lakes. Number 11 forcing the throw in for his team for the Seahawks. Cleared as far as the center circle, and South Lakes retains possession though along the far side. Flicked into the 20-yard box and punched out by a McLean goalie. Almost trying to avoid some contact there, but able to just punch it away. The ball deflected up in the air. Right now, South Lakes, they're on the attack. And they will retain possession along the far side. Ball deflected. Not quite out of bounds, and then it is, and it's McLean possession. And the Highlanders trying to start something here. Seeing what they can do. They have numbers. It's played outside and turned over. South Lakes back the other way and deflected into this visiting fan section. Good crowd from South Lakes coming out, support their Seahawks. Still in Fairfax County though. South Lakes gonna give a big drive, and that one way to the right. Goal kick up coming for them. Edson is going to kick it for the Highlanders, the goalie. Number 20 tonight. Ball batted up in the center circle, right at the halfway line. South Lakes now with numbers trying to go the other way. Playing it wide, far side. Cross into the box, rejected. But getting it right back are the Seahawks relentlessly with the pressure. Only one man high for the Highlanders in attacking position. All the rest are focusing on defending. And now they're going to play a long ball. All the Highlanders out. South Lakes, though, with possession, but headed right back. And now number 10 trying to play it across, headed away, right to a McLean player. He's going to step back, he's on fire. Oh, what a save there by South Lakes goalie. Rebound goes to them, but an amazing opportunity for the Highlanders. They have a throw-in on the far side. Played into the box, and South Lakes goalie, he'll be able to Still to take possession. And now out of bounds along the far touchline, and it will result in a McLean throw-in. Short throw-in for Highlanders along the far touchline. Played out by Southlake's defense. McLean now throwing this one into the box, headed up. Already McLean having the best chances of the game thus far. Throwing coming here. 30 to go in the first half. Still no score. Number 2 is going to play it in, deflecting right to the hands of the waiting Southlake's goaltender. The keeper. Snagging that one. McLean liking the way they're getting some possession. As we say, that hard tackle. And a foul called. Southlake will take it quickly. Along the far touchline, played in with a low ball that's snagged away by McLean defense. And then another hard foul on Southlake's player. Play on, says the referee. McLean looking to retain possession, not able to, a little bit chippy. Here's the ball going near the near touchline and out. And the McLean Highlanders, though, turning it over. And now here's a nice break for number 24. Here's Southlake's, and now he was kind of behind everyone and almost had an opportunity to set somebody up, but back the other way is McLean and number 10. Fingering it along, a chance, and that one will go out of bounds. 2 McLean attackers streaking down the field. Number 10, Fordyce, and nearly an opportunity with about 10 minutes gone in this one. Seisel will play it in, headed right to the hands of the goaltender, away from the net. He'll punt it. Oh, almost right to a open Southlake's player, but McLean retaining possession now. Nice job by him blocking off his man. But McLean, though, taking over with possession. And then Southlake's forcing it back. McLean, though, retaining possession in their own attacking end. Turned over. Southlake's trying to punch it ahead. Only as far as the McLean defense. It's McLean defense and about 3 players standing tall. McLean now getting into the box, and a foul called going against the Highlanders as they were streaking in on net, having a surge with about 28 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half. Still no score. Subs waiting to come on. But it looks like for at least Southlake's, and I do believe McLean. Southlake's turned it over back to the goalie, and then he'll fire it down before being taken by McLean. Number 20 of Southlake's tries to play it up, but ball's out of bounds before or either way it results in a McLean throw-in. Number 2 working with it there for the Highlanders. Nice little move at center of the field, but turned over by the Highlanders, and a battle in the midfield thus far for both teams. Not a lot happening, but a couple opportunities. South Lake's playing it along far touchline, and it's just going to get out of bounds for a goal kick. Subs coming on for South Lakes. Highlanders play Seahawks. Seahawks making some changes. Goal kick upcoming. It will now be played back by South Lakes player. Play on, says the referee. No, he will stop it. Free kick coming for the Seahawks. Sun going down here. A beautiful night for soccer. Temperatures in the 70s going down into the high 60s. Free kick into the box. Headed out. Rebound. And it's going to be chipped high of the net. Goal kick upcoming. For the football analogy, it looked more of a field goal attempt, but either way, a goal kick for the Highlanders as this ball will be sent towards center of field, and a throw-in upcoming now on the ball that was deflected away on the far touchline, and now a throw-in for McLean. McLean retained possession. Ball's going to go out of bounds on the near touchline. Last touch by a Seahawk player. And for the Highlanders, an opportunity to move ahead. Ball deflected almost by a Seahawk player. Then he'll touch it out of bounds. McLean, quick throw in. Although they'll work it back to the midfield. McLean, a lot of spacing, but a lot of pressure by the Seahawk team. See how that works so far. Or later in the game, excuse me. McLean will play it off to the near touch line, deflect out of bounds. Number 12 throwing it in now for the Highlanders. Number 10. And a hold on and a foul called.
Let's go, guys. Move the ball.
South Lakes able to win the foul and win the free kick, which will, so they will punch this one all the way down into their offensive possession, offensive half. McLean clearing it out the midfield. And then a foul called against the South Lakes. And a yellow and a card against the South Lakes player. Or possibly, but actually there was no card. Our apologies. Ball played in to the box for McLean, and it's going to be played back to midfield and then stolen, and a hard foul going on the Seahawk player. He went flying, no call. And then McLean back the other way. Gonna be played in. Far post and a save made.
Beautiful.
Good job by the Highlanders. Playing it to the far post. As the referee blowing his whistle. And not sure why they delayed the restart there, referees. But apparently there was a yellow card. Has maybe having something to do with the vocal coaches over on the far side of the field. No, they have not been too appreciative of the calls going against them. Here's the ball's gonna find its way out of bounds. Goal kick to come, and
Angry.
I mean there was a tackle that caused one of their players to go flying, and whether it was clean or not, you can understand the frustration, at least not getting a free kick out of that. Because when it looks bad, you generally expect a foul to be called. Ball and a foul come on the McLean player on the far side. And South Lakes with another free kick. About 20 minutes left. We're halfway through our half here, and McLean ball batted up, cleared, and South Lakes will retain possession. But a bit of a too strong of a touch along the near side. Ball will be out of bounds for a goal kick. No score so far here with less than 20 minutes to go in the first half. No score in this varsity game between McLean and South Lakes. Matthew's word with you for this one. As the ball out of bounds. Number 12 throwing it in near touchline for McLean. Trying to head her on. A little flick from number 2. Canceled out. South Lakes now with possession. Going towards their touchline and outbounds. Highlanders throw in from the midfield just inside their offensive half. Throw in results in a touch by South Lakes player, leading to another McLean throw in. Folks, I feel as this Highlanders team's gotten more comfortable, they've been able to find their lanes, be able to find their opportunities as this ball's going to go out of bounds and lead to a South Lakes throw in. Substitutions being made by South Lakes. But as the Highlanders continue to play on, they've become more comfortable and been able to create some opportunities, a couple of beautiful chances that shot that a great save by the South Lakes goalkeeper, and then the back post opportunity. McLean playing the ball back to their keeper out of bounds, pretty much directly number 21 was going to throw it in for South Lakes, and instead those honors will be given to Jared Brewer, number 17. McLean possessing it back to center field, and a nice run now, number 2. Can he create a chance along the near touchline for McLean? Into the box. That one's deflected off the header, and it will be a corner kick for the Highlanders. with about 17 minutes to go in the half. Opportunity to get the game's first goal. Seeing what McLean will do. They're going to play this in short. Ooh, right to the goalie. Went through about two of South Lake's defenders' legs.
Good job, Will.
And South Lake's trying to move the ball ahead. Goal off of the kick by the keeper. South Lake's with possession. Moving into their offensive half. Far side. Playing it near touchline. Played in and deflected. And a good clear by the Highs. They had a man for the South Lake Seahawks running hard down the field. So
Come on, Josh. Let's see it, buddy.
a
Make something happen.
throw in that will result inside of the box. Throw it in, deflected up, headed away by the Highlanders. South Lakes, though, trying to regain possession. They won't. Highlanders coming with speed. Playing it back a little touch. Number 7 trying to throw to his man. Doesn't matter. Makes one man miss. Number 9 coming through. And it is going to be going down. And they're going to call a foul and a free kick going for the South Lake Seahawks.
Good hustle.
15 minutes to go in the first half. Ball is now played by the McLean keeper up the field and missing everyone. Throw in for the Seahawks, number 21. To do the honors, no, will be 17, Jared Brewer.
Give it up, White.
Waiting for the referee signal. He'll play it in, and then ball's deflected back out. Only be played right back by South Lakes, who have numbers. Played to the net on the attempt by South Lakes. Save made by McLean keeper. Now turned over far side. McLean, though, recovering. Pressure by two South Lakes defenders. Played up. And then back. And a header settled down. Finally, South Lake's able to take it off of McLean. And it will result in South Lake's throw-in. 13:23 to go. Still no score. South Lakes here with a throw-in into 20-yard box. Headed up. Headed towards goal. Just wide to the left. Goal kick to come. Free goal kick coming as the Highlanders, they'll send the ball downfield. Retain possession near the far touch line. Play towards the near touch line. South Lakes sends it up though, but possession back with the Highlanders. Ball played to midfield for McLean. Centering pass canceled out. Number 9 making some nice move for Highlanders. Maybe has an opportunity. They'll play it wide to the left. Along the goal line, centering out in front. Oh! And the pass just nearly deflecting wide by the McLean attacker. If he had got his whole head on that, that would have been a goal for the Highlanders. Nearly making it 1-0. Highlanders here with 11:05 to go. Ball out of bounds. Southlake's possession. Ball headed away along the near far touch line. Keeping it in, but possession only going to Southlake, who will fire it downfield and out of bounds for a Highlander throw-in. They'll take it quickly, but then turned over out of bounds. Southlake's ball. 10:26 remaining in the half. Still no score, as the Highlanders though have had numerous chances. Southlake's trying to break free, not able to. Highlanders playing it long, retain possession. Number 10, what can he do? Tackled off the ball cleanly. And a free kick for the Highlanders. This one will be taken just outside of the 17-yard box. Taken from about 35 yards out, closer to the near side.
What's that line from the social network? You're 6 foot tall, there's 2 of you. Put this thing in.
Number 10 with a free kick towards the cage and headed out by the Southlakes defender. Play back in, and just deflecting off the foot of the McLean attacker and over the cage. And for the Highlanders, nearly having a chance to strike with 8:48 to go in the first half. Played out this midfield. Southlakes trying to advance McLean, though, winning a foul and a free kick coming up for them. Plenty of chances by both teams, but McLean seemingly having the better of them. Hard tackle and a free kick back the other way for Southlakes. Free kick into the offensive half for Southlakes, headed away along the far touchline. Southlakes, though, looking to attack. They will. Pass, though, goes out of bounds along the far touchline. McLean possession. Less than 10 minutes to go in the half. See what the Highlanders can muster, or Southlakes. Highlanders out to midfield number 2. Play back to number 20, and then turned over, and a shot coming trying to make it quick. And are they saying a corner? I think they are. Apparently, the ball deflected off of a McLean defender. I didn't see that. More like a McLean midfielder, and South Lakes an opportunity on this corner, with 6:40 to go in the first half. Coming from the near corner, played into the box, headed away. Nice defense by the Highlanders. South Lakes, though, still with possession along the far touch line. Batted out, then played back in. And finally, the ball will roll astray. Highlanders ball, almost a turnover there. They do almost get the turnover, are the South Lake Seahawks. And it's right now a lot of South Lakes, but McLean with the turnover. In behind the defenses, and that is offsides. Boy, it's so tempting to make those passes when you have a player to clear in behind the defense. But if he wasn't, that would have been a possible breakaway on goal.
Somebody help him.
Number 10 with possession for the Highlanders.
Good job, Josh.
Almost about 5 minutes. Out of bounds, Seahawks ball on the far side. Quick throw, deflecting it in to the out of bounds. Seahawks looking to push with pace off of the throw-in, although will be a little bit of time before the throw-in happens. McLean able to gain possession off of the South Lakes throw-in. McLean will have a throw-in of their own. Number 2 for the Highlanders, James Bradley. Now with possession, but turned over midfield. Ball skied high back into McLean's offensive area. And now McLean off of a throw, and they'll get back from the far side. Moves it to the near side. Number 10 for Highlanders retreating to the midfield, but then played ahead into the offensive zone and out for a goal kick. Goal kick upcoming for South Lakes here with about 3 minutes to go. No score so far. This one, Matthew's Word with you on this Friday evening. Number 12. And then play near side, but out of bounds. Stenso not able to keep it in. At midfield, number 21, looking for the throw-in. Or will throw it in. Along the near side, out of bounds. Highlanders possession. McLean being, thus far, they've defended quite well and have been able to open offensively. It's number 10 forces a throw-in for his team, the Highlanders, along the near side. Deep in opposition territory. But Central will be one who will throw it in. Playing towards the center of the field. Batted away. Nice work by the Highlanders to retain possession. Moving it. Trying to make the crossword, not able to. Number 11 crossing it in. Headed down. Headed around, and it will be cleared. Highlanders, though, they'll punch it right back in. Headed down. Trying to get the shot away. Is number 8. Now here's another shot. They score! And the Highlanders, 1:56 to go. Take the 1-0 lead.
Way to go, Will!
They work it in the box. And with 1:56 remaining on the clock, it's 1-0 Highlanders. Offensively, McLean, a superior team, but South Lake's trying to change that. Turned over, but South Lake's right back. They'll play it near side, deep in McLean territory, played out towards midfield, and it will be a South Lake's throw-in. If McLean can hold it, we'll go to the break with a 1-0 lead for the Highlanders. Throw in. Back to South Lakes. Settling it down. Not able to get the shot away. South Lakes ball. Good defensive job by the Highlanders. Not allowing time and space for the shot. Very reminiscent of what we saw by both teams as the throw-in will end the half. Very reminiscent, or at least the South Lakes throw-in will end the half. But very reminiscent of what we saw in the JV game. How McLean, they were able to take away time and space. That game ended in a 0-0 draw. But as 10 minutes are up on the clock, we will step aside. We will mute our mics. We'll be back in about 6 minutes. So you can step away, and we'll be back when the clock reaches about the 4-minute mark. So we'll be back about 5 minutes. We'll mute our mics. You're listening to McLean Broadcast Network. And welcome back to McLean Broadcast Network. Matthews Word with you. McLean at the half leading 1-0 over the South Lake Seahawks. McLean looking to add to what was an offensive filled half for the Highlanders, able to net one as we are counting down to the start of the second half. Highlanders looking to continue what they were able to do, forcing balls inside the box, creating havoc. As for the Highlanders, look at and then to what they've already accomplished in the last 40, looking to add in the next 40. McLean, they will start with possession going from left to right. South Lakes going from right to left. The lights are on. The skies are dark blue. We're ready for second half action, and it starts right now. And we are off and running here to start the second half. McLean with possession. They'll fire it up the center of the field. And another nice couple moves, playing it far side. But their man fell down, at least McLean's. And it'll be a throw-in on the near touch line. And it will be played back along. Highlanders, though, with possession. And don't get me wrong, South Lakes looks like a great team here as it'll be a throw-in for the Highlanders. But in the first half, McLean dominating with possession and chances. But it takes only one play to go wrong, and the Highlanders may find themselves tied. McLean, though, working, and a launch shot. That one is way over and wide to the right on the near side of the ball, bouncing way over a protected netting and going all the way to the pedestrian track. Goal kick results in a tie-up that results in South Lake's possession, moving it up ahead for the Seahawks, but then turned over on the near touch line by McLean, deflected by South Lake's player, and finally McLean trying to win possession, and they do, but just for a second. South Lakes coming with numbers into the box, trying to get thinks about the shot deflecting away, but then South Lakes gets it back, pressuring, turning. South Lakes retain possession, and then McLean finally able to steal it, but it'll only go as far as midfield, thrown right back in by the Seahawks. McLean, though, turns and fires it out of their zone, and it will be played along the near far touch line. And they're going to say offsides. And the fans are not happy with that one. And offsides call against the Highlanders, and fans are not happy with that one. Free kick upcoming to the South Lake Seahawks. There's some fans very disappointed with that. Either way, Highlanders play on. But either way, Highlanders with possession now have to go back to work inside their own defensive zone, playing it up. The pass and miss, turnover in favor of South Lakes. Then McLean getting it right back off of the tackle, playing it towards the bus. They have a man who's gonna fire it. Can't quite get everything on it, and it's an easy save for South Lakes goaltender. For folks at home, just remember, it's like refs and coaches, or players and coaches, excuse me, refs cannot ref a perfect game, and especially at the amateur level. I mean, this isn't MLS or anything like that. Now, a quick shot and they score. And South Lakes has tied the game here with 35-38 to go. An instant looking play along the far side. And this game is tied. Well, bad to work for the Highlanders. South Lakes tying it, and now a whistle. Unfortunately, there's stoppage in play. Not exactly sure why. I guess for the Highlanders, or the reps weren't ready. A little bit awkward situation, but the McLean will play on, and it's a 1-1 game here in McLean High School. Played into McLean offensive zone, batted up, headed down. McLean with possession, near touchline. Good pressure by the Seahawks. Place it off to McLean defender along the far side. And then set back into McLean's defensive half. And a throw-in coming for the Highlanders. Throw-in coming now along the far side here with 33 minutes to go against the Highlanders. Ball batted down. Now McLean trying to break out. Not able to. Played towards. Trying to play it out. Finally, McLean able to get form possession. No foul call on McLean. Either way, they'll retain possession, but stolen right at the halfway marker. And then play back. And right now, South Lakes having a lot more possession, as it will be a throw in favor of South Lakes. And what McLean was able to do in the first half, it seems like South Lakes able to do in the second. Lots of possessions, lots of turnovers, and right now for the Highlanders, just about weathering the storm and then getting back to work. We do have 2 goals. Ball punched away, and it will be a corner from the near corner mark. And here we go. Played in, headed away. Good defensive job by the Highlanders. Out of bounds, Highlanders ball here with 31:52 to go. Changes being made by the Highlanders. Just one player coming off and on. Throw in far side, out of bounds. Highland, no, they're going to say South Lakes ball. Quick throw in. And then deflected away, cleared away, but out of bounds on the far side. South Lakes with possession. 31 minutes to go. We're tied. And South Lakes with the throw in. Into the box. Cleared. South Lakes, though, with possession as it stands now. Keeping possession far side. And a throw in coming for the Seahawks. Highlanders, they can weather a storm. They can get back to what they're doing well in the first half. And, ooh, that one takes a couple deflections. And it's going to be another South Lakes corner. Takes the header deflected off of McLean player. And I believe that one may have saved a goal. It went wide to the right from the far side. In and then cleared out. No goalie in net. He dove for the ball. Luckily, Highlanders able to clear, but South Lakes far side, right back at it. Deflected out, bounced for a throw in. Less than 30 minutes to go in the half. And for South Lakes, a throw in upcoming into the area through everybody, finds the South Lakes player and out of bounds. Possession will stay with South Lakes. It's been about for the past 3 or 4 minutes of South Lakes. It's done an excellent job of attacking, and another throw in deep in offensive territory. 17. Brewer to throw it in. Headed up, and that one will be high. And finally, the Highlanders trying to, looking to get back to what they were doing. They have a goal kick to start with. 28 minutes and 16 seconds to go. We're tied at 1. South Lakes scored early on in the second half. Matthew's word with you. It's been South Lakes time here in the second half. They have just dominated. Here they come again with a bit of speed and numbers. And out. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Great play, guys. Great defensive play.
Just not able to, the ball to reach its target. Highlanders are lucky that it didn't go against them. South Lakes runs the ball out on the near side. Brian Lopez to throw in for the Highlanders, the senior defender. South Lakes clearing ball back into McLean defensive territory. Double teamed, almost lost it, and this pressure by South Lakes is really gained to the Highlanders as they'll have clear control in midfield. Little play to the far side. In and a shot and a save made. Here's another shot. That one is off. A McLean defender And with 26 minutes and 25 seconds, South Lakes spending virtually 100% of the time in McLean's defensive territory. But a ball out of bounds on the far side, about 25 yards out, will be McLean possession. Off a throw in, they'll send it long, out of bounds. McLean possession. Maybe an opportunity for Highlanders to get back to what they were doing in the first half, which was attacking. Far side, having a man deflected, and that one going through the goal crease, and it'll be out of bounds. Good pressure there for the Highlanders after time defending. Maybe getting back to some attacking. Lopez will move there and forcing the throw in for his team. Lopez about 20 yards out. Floated in, and a bicycle style kick, and that one goes high and wide. Not the greatest angle in the world, but almost making it 2-1 Highlanders. Yeah. Nice bicycle kick by the Highlanders. And back to work for McLean. They're going to win a throw in off of a header that deflected out of the playing surface on the far touchline. Ball's deflected, finding South Lakes. They're going to play it high and wide, or at least playing it towards the far side, but out of bounds. With less than 25 minutes to go, can't handle it off of a throw on the Highlanders. So South Lakes find themselves right back in offensive territory are the Seahawks. Headed around near the far side. Turnover, though, deflected, and that's going to stay with the Highlanders. Midfield almost turned over, and they have a man going towards the box. Nice effort there. Can't quite retain possession for the Highlanders on the far side. Now played to midfield, stolen by South Lakes. The pass by South Lakes midfielder going out of bounds. Highlanders with a quick throw in along the far touch side. Passes it to himself. South Lakes taking over, though, at midfield, then on possession. They have speed. And the Highlanders able to clear. And then here's a nice play, number 10. And that's going to be deflected for a Highlanders corner. Number 10 able to force the ball off of the South Lakes defender, and it will be a corner from the near side. Taking their time are the Highlanders. With 21:42 as the ball going towards the near side of the goal, but it will result in a goal kick. Out the center off of the goal kick. Highlanders can't retain possession in their offensive
Come on, guys.
area, but nice steal though. One man the beat, ball doesn't go out, bounce along the near touchline, going down in a Highlander player number 7, Michael Grady. And now Fordyce having an opportunity for a free kick. Almost about halfway done this half. Southlake's tied early on. Highlanders looking to go up on scoreboard. Played in, bounced around, shuffled out. Nearly over to the far side by the Highlanders off of the header intercept. Lopez working at number 4, turned over. Highlanders forcing number 27 to play it out of bounds, and it will be a throw in. Ryan Lopez playing it over, and now it's played over to the far side for the Highlanders. Played back into the boss side high, and now a foul called and a free kick coming with under 20 minutes to go here in the second half. We're tied at 1. Both goals coming closer to halftime. McLean's came early as ball played into the box and then out of bounds. It's going to be a corner as the McLean goalie rushed over. McLean's goal came before halftime, and Southlake's goal came just after halftime. Corner from the far side upcoming. Played in and over everyone. And now it's a race for a ball. Southlake's retain possession. They've been the better team in the second half. Although McLean's had a couple opportunities, just not as many. Ball's going to be out of touch. Delayed reaction, but throwing for the Highlanders. Now playing it, number 10 trying to get there for the Highlanders, not able to do. So possession will be returned to the Seahawks. Throw in from the near touch line deep in Southlake's territory. They'll play it out to midfield, but then turned over. Highlanders with possession, out of bounds. Number 9 not able to keep it in. John Ponce. And now played up towards midfield by Highlanders, but stolen by Southlakes. Southlakes with possession at midfield near the near touch line. Turned over, but not able to gain possession. It will be Southlake's throw in just inside their defensive half on the near side. Deflected out of bounds. Southlake's, another Southlake's throw in. Number 17. sent in and is deflected, and it'll be McLean possession. 16:12 to go on a partly cloudy but warm evening. Throwing coming for the Highlanders, but discussion from the referee with with the McLean coaches with the McLean coach, excuse me. McLean off the throw in. He'll play it out the center. The deflected, turned over, playing it in, shot, going wide. Goal kick.
Come on, White! Pass the ball, Noel!
Highlanders with the goal kick. They played better in the first half, but find themselves tied. Little balls played out by South Lakes along the near side. McLean will have possession inside of their offensive zone, but off of the throw-in, South Lakes takes over. It's been a possession being so big in this game. South Lakes, but now McLean turning it over and can't find his man down the center of the field. Out of bounds, Highlanders throw-in. With possession being so big and how South Lakes has dominated the second half, it's kind of surprised that McLean has had the chances that they've had. With South Lakes clearly dominating in the second half as they take it over again. Two options down the left or right flank, instead stolen by the Highlanders. McLean, maybe an opportunity as they have it closer near touchline. Coming it across, playing it far, and then stolen by South Lakes, but then out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Highlanders here. If any of these teams could score, it would be beyond huge. Highlanders hoping that they're the team to do it. Brian Lopez near the near touch line, but then a kind of little one tapper results in South Lakes earning possession off of the throw-in. Turned over though. McLean, nice spin move by number 9, the Highlanders, but then turned over and a foul coming. Yellow card being presented to the McLean number 9. I'm sure he didn't, McLean number 8 for the tackle. Sure he didn't mean it. It'll be taken off.
Josh, you and John get one.
12 minutes to go. 12 minutes to go. McLean tied with South Lakes at 1. As we near the end of this game, but here's a turnover. McLean seeing what they can do, but can't retain possession, and that's been one of the problems as they turn over again for Highlander. See if they can retain possession this time. Having to play back to their defensive line. Played up the field. And then another turnover. South Lakes has numbers. McLean there to obscure the ball away. And it will be played along the near touchline whistle. South Lakes free kick. They'll take it quickly along the far side. Plays it inside South Lakes, and it will be cleared out as it seems to be South Lakes taking, or at least taking some momentum right here and running with it. 10:26 to go in this game. If tied, we'll have 2 shorter periods of extra time, and if tied after that, the game will end as a draw. Played almost to a McLean player, but it will be a South Lakes throw-in. Played in. And now McLean having an opportunity to go the other way. It's far side, but defended out and defended well by South Lakes and Seahawks. But McLean, maybe this might be their last chance in this half to get a reasonable scoring opportunity. Cleared by South Lakes. Hard foul. South Lakes very quickly on with possession. It'll be bounced around and out of bounds. And possession will belong to the Highlanders. 8:48 to go. Second half, we're tied at 1. Ball played up the midfield along the far touchline. South Lakes, though, taking over in possession. Something that seems to happen quite a lot in the second half. Ball played near side. Lopez playing it back up, but turned over. Highlanders, though, getting possession back. Maybe a break for them. Hard foul. McLean will have a free kick. Along the far side, with every minute passing, every chance you have, every inch, because he becomes even that more critical. Free kick coming from the about 45 yards out. Played into the box, but caught by the South Lakes goaltender. Goalkeeper played for South Lakes. McLean defense able to smother the chance, playing it far. Deflected off the man, and then a hard foul coming. No call, but a delayed reaction. It's going to be a yellow card. McLean off of the restart, sends it down. Now it's on the near touchline. Lopez able to guide the ball to safety, and he'll throw it in. Number 4 for the Highlanders, and a mistake there. And 27 will throw it in now at midfield along the near touchline for South Lakes. We're tied at 1, 6 minutes until the second half ends, and overtime shall begin. Highlanders, maybe one last chance. That ball is deflected out of bounds. Played quickly. Lopez, nice move by him. Not able to make the centering attempt. South Lakes trying to make it down to their man along the near side. Ball played out. And a foul called, or at least a hard tackle. And a yellow card coming. A couple yellow cards on McLean players in this game, although he may be discussing it, saying maybe I didn't get a piece of him. It didn't look like you got a piece of the defender from our vantage point, but it is all the way across the field. Discussing it with the referees as time ticks away on the second half. Free kick coming along the far touch line for South Lakes. They'll play it down the midfield, and they'll play it wide to the far side. Punched out by McLean, headed back by South Lakes. Now the Highlanders gain some time and space. Don't move it up the field. Across the big M, but turned over. South Lakes, maybe one last gasp here with just over 3 minutes to go in this one. Turned over once again. Played to no one. McLean, though, batter it downfield. Only find South Lakes players. And this will end up as a goal kick. 3 minutes remaining. Down the field. McLean looking to retain possession. Double team play back. As this pressure really getting to the Highlanders. Not been able to move the ball effectively in the second half. And give South Lakes credit. Foul called. South Lakes ball. Almost 2:20 to go in this one. South Lakes continuing their attack, which has been present for virtually the entire second half. Played in. Save made by the McLean keeper. He'll punch it out or kick it out to midfield. But South Lakes right back the other way. McLean having to play it out of bounds to on the far side. Almost at the top of the box. Referee's discretion with under 2 minutes to go. And for South Lakes, an opportunity to maybe score the winning goal and send their fans home happy. Good number of them made the trip to McLean on this evening. Throw in coming for South Lakes. Near the goal line, it's going to be played in, bounced up, and caught by McLean netminder. He'll just fire this downfield. No real purpose, and it's going to be a South Lakes throw in. And in all honesty, just probably trying to get his team to extra time at this point. You have to be smart with possession now. You obviously cannot give up a goal. Throwing on the near side. And about any second now, the full-time whistle will go and we'll head off to extra time. Played in, headed down, cleared. McLean now with possession. Tackle, and that will do it. Number 10 for the Highlanders, tackled. Because I'm not quite sure. Did they end the half? Yes, they did. So, or did they? Or looks like they're meeting. Well, they have ended the half, and we will go to extra time. We'll step out. Muir and Mice will be back in about 3 minutes. You're listening to McLean Broadcast Network. And welcome back to McLean Broadcast Network. Matthew's Word with you. As we go to 2 5-minute overtime sessions, the Highlanders and the Southway Seahawks caught in a very entertaining game this evening, although Southwest has had pretty much the majority of possession chances in the second half. They were only able to muster a single goal. McLean will start out with possession, start this first overtime period. It's McLean going with a 3-2-4. Southwest going with two forwards, about I think a 2-3-4, but either way doesn't matter as McLean for the second time in this game is going to have to redo the start. You have to kick it forward and then you have to get back, and it can be a little bit confusing on those weird rules that maybe not everyone will know. McLean moving the ball well in this opening minute. They'll play it near side along the touch line. Nice little moving out of bounds. It'll be McLean possession. Number 12 into the box, headed down. Oh, on that one, just going wide. Not able to keep it in. It's going to be a goal kick. That one headed right through the box, and the Highlanders now starting with some energy. McLean retain possession on the far side. They'll clunk it into the zone of race, keeping it in on the Highlanders and played out. And McLean earning themselves a beautiful throw in right inside the box. McLean trying to spread their players out. And it's going to be a corner. No, it's going to be a goal kick. Oh, it's going to be a throw-in. I wasn't quite sure what the referees were saying. At first, it looked like they were giving a goal kick. I wasn't sure if it was a corner, but it's going to be a throw-in right in the box. Headed away. McLean playing it back in. Too much force on that one. South Lakes working along the far touch line and out of bounds with 2:26 to go. McLean, after being dominated by Southwest, actually it's going to be a free kick from just inside the far touch lines in deep defensive territory for Southwest. But after being dominated in the second half, McLean, they wouldn't mind going out here with a tie, but they want to win though. Number 2, playing it around, and let's see what the referees decide. Fans want a corner, but they're going to call it a goal kick instead. Less than 2 minutes to go, so it's rep discretionary time. It's 5-minute, 2 5-minute overtime periods. Now played ahead for South Lakes. Maybe they have a chance to do something. Taken down, and it's going to be a penalty kick. And oh no, says McLean. We had a penalty kick that was saved by McLean in the first half. And now McLean, can their goalie come up to the task? Stepping up Here we go. This could be for a win. A quick shot they score to the right side, and South Lakes takes a 2-1 lead. A beautiful shot to the left side, low, precise, and hard, and a penalty kick goal, making it 2-1 in favor of the visitors. Played all the way out for a goal kick, or for a throw-in, excuse me. Any moment now, the whistle will blow. We'll have a second overtime, I do believe, unless the rules have changed. It was that way last year. McLean maybe trying to not able to get it out, and that will do it. So second half of overtime. McLean, they need one goal to tie it, and we will step aside. Teams will change ends. We'll be back in about 1 minute. You're listening to McLean Broadcast Network. And welcome back to McLean Broadcast Network underway. Last 5 minutes. Here's a shot. That one's going to go wide and will result high and wide and result in a goal kick. Time is of the essence, under 5 minutes of the 5-minute period. 4:30 to be exact remaining in our game here. McLean and the Highlanders, unfortunate penalty kick and resulted in a 2-1 South Lakes goal on the penalty kick that would result in them taking the lead. Played out wide and now played out for a goal kick. Players changing. Highlanders have to move quickly though and with precision, otherwise time may run out on them. Either way, McLean, they've been playing good in this game. They've been in it. They've created opportunities. Just unfortunate the way this game has gone for them. A bit unlucky. But McLean, maybe an opportunity here. And it's going to go out of bounds. And McLean's won a corner. No, they've won a goal kick. Somebody said corner. It did look like a goal kick to me. So with about 3 minutes to go, goal kick coming for South Lakes. Turnover, South Lakes now with possession. McLean trying to win it back. They will with a throw-in on the far side. Played in but turned over by South Lakes. And out of bounds in favor on the far side of the Highlanders. Good pressure by South Lakes. They're not backing off, even with their team ahead. And I mean, there's a reason why they've only have one loss to their name. For McLean, that first half has to be some confidence building for this team, but still not done. Just about 2 minutes, and now it's discretionary time. As the clock bleeds down. Highlanders with a free kick now. Under 2 minutes. This may as well be their last opportunity if the Highlanders are to send the home crowd home with a tie. Played into the box, stubbed away. Highlanders, they're going to play it wide. Opportunity playing in, and that one's deflected, and it's going to be a corner kick. Nicely done for the Highlanders. And here we go. The Highlanders, last opportunity, tie this game. Played it all! And nearly deflected by the McLean forward. Played out. South Lakes working with it. McLean skying it back in a desperate attempt to tie things. They win a throw in on the near side. Quickly done. Brian Lopez looking for some space. He'll play it in. Deflected. Oh! Couldn't. The bouncing ball didn't quite work as it's played wide, and South Lakes a little one-on-one action. Highlanders, though, if they're going to make something happen, it needs to go now. Deflected down. Highlanders, last opportunity. Can they tie this thing? In the midfield, playing it back. It's going to find a South Lakes defender, and that will do it. Oh, a great game played by the South Lakes Seahawks. And a great game played by McLean Highlanders. South Lakes wins it by a narrow score up 2-1. And what was an entertaining tilt. And for South Lakes, they improved with a narrow margin for McLean. Second loss in a row for them, but nothing to be ashamed of as they nearly beat a very good South Lakes team. Final score 2-1 in overtime. And all it took was a penalty shot goal. So for Matthews Werber and the entire McLean Broadcast Network, signing off.